Investigation into ignored recalls, an engine that stalls, airbags and seatbelts that don't work, even a steering wheel that catches on fire. These are not the kind of problems you want to inherit when you buy a car. But tonight, our team learning that the city of Charlotte has actually made a habit of auctioning off surplus government cars without fixing their safety recalls. Our Nathan Morabito has been digging into this case of buyer beware for months. Nathan.
Yeah, in response to our investigation, the city's promising to start alerting buyers. Charlotte's track record for fixing safety recalls in its active fleet is already questionable, and we've learned that problem carries over to when the city sends those cars off to auction. The fast-paced bids, the drama, the deals, the unscripted nature of auctions is what makes them so appealing. But buyers may be in store for some unexpected and dangerous surprises if they're hoping to score a bargain at the upcoming City of Charlotte rolling stock auction. Seatbelts may not work. Airbags may not work.
Those are all things that put your life at risk if those recalled parts fail.
Take these two cars set to be auctioned in January. Despite their age, their mileage is attractive. Problem is, both of their VIN numbers are flagged for active safety recalls because of a fire risk.
I mean, it happens.
Cars go up in flames daily nationwide, which is why mechanics and the federal government urge drivers to take recalls seriously. But public records show, for some reason, your local government never got around to fixing these recalls, first documented 14 years ago.
It jeopardizes the public safety of everybody.
The city contracts with Rogers Realty and Auction Company to sell its surplus. Any money made goes back into city accounts. But that public venture is also a matter of public safety.
You definitely need to be concerned.
Our investigation found multiple cars up for sale with VIN numbers connected to active, incomplete safety recalls, some with multiple unfixed recalls. And the auctioneer isn't disclosing them. Only recently, after our questions, adding this disclaimer that buyers need to get a history report and need to check for open safety recalls.
It should be a definite concern.
Chris Basso with Carfax says not just for buyers, for the rest of us who share the road with them.
It's everyone's responsibility to make sure that we're heeding the warnings that the manufacturer has given us.
Now, every car sold at auction has a reminder on the windshield that says sold as is. And because of that, in part, the city says it has no obligation to fix any of these safety recalls, instead saying it's up to the buyer to do his or her homework. Still, the auction company updated its paperwork, urging people to now search for safety recalls before they make a bid. And the city also told us it plans on reaching out to every person who bought a car over the last 2 years in an effort to tell them to check for recalls too. And based on what we found, that is a good idea. Reporting live, Nathan Morabito, NBC Charlotte.
Unbelievable, Nathan. Thank you.